All right, guys, we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right now, we're actually listening to. We're gonna be doing some M4 stuff pretty much tonight. We're gonna watch a video here in a minute. Right now, they just made an announcement in the Mobile Legends North America channel. Dave's doing a little bit of like a group stage on Assassin Dave. He's doing a bit of a group stage on on M4 and taking Q&As and stuff. I'm going to turn him up a little bit so you guys can actually hear it.
I don't even know that exists.
And I'm going to share the stream real fast.
Myanmar, North America, Singapore, and Turkey. So
right now he's kind of just sharing information we all already know. I gotta be honest,
dude. Essentially, I'm not really good at geography or English.
I'm not very good at geography or English. We know.
But
we know
how it's gonna work. The bigger regions, the biggest region in Mobile Legends are the regions with MPL in them, right? So MPL Philippines, MPL Indonesia, MPL Malaysia, MPL Singapore. Those are 4 big regions that dominates the entire world stage. Now, how it's going to be done? Basically, we're going to have a group draw to decide how the group's going to be laid out to make it totally fair. And then
do we know when the group draw is going to be?
All 4 regions champion, #1 team, will be separated into those 4 groups. So they will not be overlaying each other.
Does anyone know when the group draw is going to be?
Separated completely into 4 different groups. And then the rest of the groups, right, the #2 from each region, and then all the other region qualifiers will be shuffled into the second pool, and then we'll have a person to draw and then pull them together. That's basically how the group stage is going to go. So I can't say how easy, how hard it is going to be for the Valley in M4, because if you draw into the same group with some 2 MPL PH and like another MPL Indonesia, you're screwed.
We're not screwed. Stop the cap.
Doesn't matter how screwed you are in a group stage. You're not going to be dropped You're not going to be dropped. You're just going to be placed in the lower bracket to start off the knockout stage. Does anyone know when the group drop will be? I do not know. That's a question that we have to move on. We'll have to find out once we get closer. But it's going to be a public event, and it will be.
So nobody knows.
And what I told everybody is the structure. So the guy called Sun, aka Nuss, is asking, does everybody know Dave's skincare routine?
Very sad. Afnan, what's up?
Before I go to sleep,
what's up, Afnan?
Moisturizer and serum. That's why I look 20, even though
someone
I'm
just asked him what a skincare routine is. Did someone just ask him when his?
Any questions on the structure of M4? It's pretty straightforward. I think NA team has a really good chance. So what I want to say here is, if you listen to the stream, if you're listening to the podcast, I want everybody to rally up and then really support the Valley. Okay, I'm all in.
Rally up,
right?
support the Valley. I agree. I agree.
I think a lot of you guys, or some of you already know, I will be going to Jakarta along with the Valley on December 3rd.
You guys just come in and leave a comment, say hello.
We'll be training days and night because everybody is really excited. They're dedicated to give a best shot, either out of their own pocket or we're arranging as much sponsorship as we can to make it happen, right? It's not a cheap
why does Instagram
trip,
have to be so weird?
But,
Yo, let's be real. I've been killing it in the clip game, the real game.
right
Instagram,
here,
Facebook.
I want you to rally for
YouTube,
and then
we're gonna be posting a lot more regularly.
We're gonna make a lot of content over there, right? So share as much as you can with your friends, with your community, to get them to rally for North America as well. Unless you're supporting some other region, then you just cringe. I'm just kidding. You can support whoever you want. Okay. But yeah, NA team, look out for NA team. NA team's gonna do really well, in my opinion. And then we can't wait. I'm really, really excited. Okay.
All right.
#2. The second topic I'm gonna cover is M4. This is gonna be for a lot of
we're gonna watch Paulo's power ranking video here in a minute.
Feel free to give suggestions, okay?
I don't think we're really getting that much information out of this, not gonna lie.
In the chat.
Nothing I don't already know.
Ideas.
I feel like
So in M4, during the whole time of when M4 is happening, which starting off of January 1st all the way to January 15th, the group stage lasts for 4 days, from 1st to 4th.
Nothing I don't already know here.
I feel like 2 days, 5th and 6th. It's going to be resting days. Starting from 7th all the way until 14th is going to be the knockout stage, and 15th is the grand final. So during the whole time, there's going to be a lot of content being created. And if you're not there live in studio, you can still be part of the event. Okay, so there are a few ideas I can give to all the content creators who are watching. If you want to create content, number one is do result predictions, right? Make videos about that. Number two is do match analysis, or you can cover, drama, right? For example,
Drama.
who's sleeping with who? No, I'm just kidding. But you can make a lot of content. Make it fun, hype up the event. Oh my God, these two teams are about to play together tomorrow, but I heard there is a lawsuit going on.
All right.
There's stuff that you can cover. But drama sells,
yeah.
so that's all I'm saying. Right?
Drama sells.
From many years of making content experiences, I'm telling you what content will sell. Now, the next content you can make is obviously watch parties.
Pretty much the man just
hold on. Is something that
pretty much the man just said. For many years of creating drama content, I know it works.
And then we will get them confirmed for you, right? So we have to get them approved because you have to get a license or get into a whitelist, so you don't get banned. I think 2 years ago when I streamed the world one time, my channel actually got banned. But I have to contact it because I didn't do the process. I have to contact the team and they got me unbanned. But just remember, if you don't contact us, you might get in some trouble. So make sure to DM me or Grace, and then you can find our contact pretty easily.
Afnan.
Now, that's just some suggestions.
Right.
Any other? If you have suggestions for content, let me ask the audience this question:
Dave.
What type of content do you like to see revolving during M4 or revolving M4?
All right, I'm out. I'm out of this. It's not a vibe. Let's watch the boosted. We've all just been busy, guys. I don't know. I'm sorry. I know we're supposed to drop an episode this week. I know. Trust me. I know what the people want. I just can't always give it to them. Let me put the chat box right here. We're going to watch Paulo's power ranking video, though. What is the next NASL?
It's a long shot.
That's a great question, bro.
M4 is still a long way to go. Like, it's 2 months from now, I think. So these teams still have time to practice. But this power ranking will be based solely after their MPLI. After MPLI, right? All these teams.
I'm sorry.
Even if they didn't participate.
Should I have released this as a video
MPLI,
and then you wouldn't have had to watch it live? You could have listened to it at work.
What they showed in their specific region. Right?
Can you guys hear him all right?
Start from top 16. It's going to be 16 teams. We're going to start from the bottom all the way to the top.
Paulo Expert is the coach for Bren.
Will be like
right?
Powerhouse.
Right?
For M4. Right? No bias as well. Okay?
No bias.
Yeah, let's see.
No bias. Okay.
Let's see who's going to go first. For my top 16, in my opinion, it's going to be Occupy Thrones or Thrones Esports.
Thrones Esports first.
MPL MENA. Right? For the Middle East, I don't think they're a problem at all. Like they're I'm trying to base
she said
power ranking based on the country's performance during M3 as well. So it's gonna be based off that as well. And
they didn't
during other M series like M1, M2, M3, how I felt about these regions, and I feel like MENA, MPL MENA, even though they have their own MPL, I'm not convinced at all.
I agree with him there. I don't think MENA's like a threat to anybody right now. But one thing I do have to say is they all look like grown men, bro. Are these 30-year-olds? Are these dudes like 30? Like I guess I'm almost 30, but I'm not trying to be a pro player. I think at some point you just gotta be like, all right, I'm gonna coach, or I'm gonna coach, or I'm gonna be a caster or something, right? But hey, man, I'm digging the beards, bro. I'm digging the beards.
Convinced with their performance, with how they play.
They all look. Are they supposed to all look cartoony here?
Hopefully, that's understandable for you guys. All right. So for the next one, we have Malvinas Gaming. All right.
Yeah, Malvinas.
I believe they are from Liga Latam, Latin America.
They shouldn't be New Wave. They're definitely one of the first ones out.
Right, for me, since I have played or practiced during M1, the South American countries, They are not.
I don't really.
I wouldn't say they're not that good. They are not as.
They're not that good, bro. Just say
gifted,
it.
I would say.
They're not as gifted.
As Europe
They're not,
and NA.
It's
So
okay.
that's why they're gonna go down here on top 15 for Malvina.
So like S11, where I'm guessing he might put S11 next. I think S11 could do decent. I watched them play in Latam in Super League Latam or whatever, and they actually looked decent. Malvinas though, I don't think they're much of a threat. I don't think they're much of a threat at all.
I believe they also qualified for M3, right? And I didn't see much. I didn't see anything special. To be honest, though, the ones that I saw that had quite some potential were, of course, at the time BTK and of course Red Canids, I believe. Red Canids was like a semi-blacklist from South America, so it was kind of weird going against them during scrims. So hopefully this makes sense. Malvinas Gaming on top 15. Here we go. For top 14,
S11.
I have S11 Gaming.
I'll have to make
Malvinas
one of
is
these
actually
myself.
The first runner-up from Latin America, and S11 Gaming from Argentina. They're gonna be the champions from Latin America, right? So
I think
they won
honestly,
against Malvinas Gaming, so it's only fair for me to rank them higher than Malvinas Gaming, right? They're gonna stick next to each other.
I think S11 might surprise us, and somebody,
okay.
We're gonna clip this.
So for the next one, it's actually RQ Akira from Brazil. I believe this is the old Keyed Stars, I believe, roster that became RRQ recently after M3. So I'm
think
still
like
not convinced as well.
So I think like S11 and RQ Akira could surprise us, right? I want to see who he put ahead of them.
With their performance. They dominated the region. Yes, sure. They dominated the region. But
yes, sure.
In my experience personally, because we've gone against DreamHack and Geo during like M1, which was a while back, I would say. But like I said before the video started, I was basing all this power ranking based off their performance in their previous M series as well, M1, M2, M3, right? So that's how I based it off. So they're gonna go down to top 13 for RQ Akira.
13?
Right? They're not bad at all though.
I think they could get. I think there's an opportunity they could get. I'm trying to think of who's in front of them. Like they could maybe get like top 10.
Hopefully they prove me wrong and they can go a lot further. All right. Let's see.
I hope things just get super shook up. I want to see like.
Next one, this is Incendio Supremacy. So this is the team from I believe Turkey, and based off my personal experience as well,
I think RQ
is actually pretty damn good mechanically and macro wise. Yeah, they have a weird play style.
We'll see.
Because the old Turkey team that we faced, or that I know at least, was Team Evil.
Serial Slam Sham. I honestly I barely go live anymore.
The region is gonna go.
I probably should have
They're
recorded.
Brazil,
You thought I was still on
Latin
Facebook?
America,
No.
They're better than MENA.
I haven't.
In my opinion, Turkey, right? This is.
I haven't gone live on Facebook in a long time.
It's like
I'm really just here to see what he says about the valley.
Area. So they're gonna go up here.
I saw this video and I wanted to watch it a while ago. I've just been waiting this.
In M4, so Turkey.
You should make this with G in private.
They're gonna go top 13. I think we're at 13.
I could.
I forgot. I'm not even gonna say the number.
It's a little late now.
But next we have MDH Esports. So why all of a sudden I put Vietnam over Turkey, MENA, Latin America, and Brazil, even though they weren't there for M3, I believe they weren't there for M3. But these guys, Vietnam, in general, Vietnam was there for M1, and then after M1, there was a really good team. I forgot their team name.
His name's Hee.
But before during M1,
how do you
it was
cast
VEC
that? You just call him
Fantasy
Hee?
Main, right? VEC Fantasy Main, and then they renamed their squad after that. I'm not sure if these guys are the same guys or if they still play. I'm not quite sure. But based off their performance during M1, and just the region in general with how they develop, and just basing it off how they play the other MOBA games as well, I would say Vietnam has some venom lasting factor for M4. These guys could be a possible.
I don't really know
dark
these
horse.
guys.
You don't know what they're gonna be up to, and even in NA, like just in general, I know some Vietnamese people that
Yeah.
are really, really good at the game, and
It's actually
are
true.
really smart at approaching the game. They are kind of like Koreans. Hopefully, it's not stereotypical or not stereotype, but they're kind of like Koreans, where Koreans are really good at
All the
mobile
Vietnamese
games.
people
Or
get
just in
mad right
games
now.
in general.
What do you
Koreans,
mean they're kind of like
when it comes to MOBA? I believe for the other MOBA games, they're really good. I don't want to mention the names of those other MOBA games, but yeah, let's move on. For the next one, we have Burn X Flash. Right? Burn X Flash. I
Honestly,
think we're around top 12, top 11, or top 10. I forgot. We're somewhere there.
Quick tip.
I
think I'm gonna put these guys.
Okay.
I got a
So
feeling.
For Burn X Flash,
I could now again.
We had a chance
Again.
on scrimming them as well. Hopefully no disrespect to Zico and Hessa, even though we have some Filipino imports there. With the way they played, especially during MPLI, it's not bad. I think their main problem was the jungler that couldn't retry.
That couldn't. Yikes! What a way to stop it. That couldn't retry.
Because they played a different jungler.
Listen, I got a feeling. I'm gonna make a hot take right here. I got a feeling that one of the South America countries get higher than these guys. Just a feeling, man. Just a feeling. Like, let's say these guys go to the bottom bracket, and so does like RQ Akira or something. I think they take them. Or like S11, I think they take them. I think there's a chance that that these guys maybe get knocked out before some of the people he put below it. Just a call. Just a hot take. Hot take.
And I did hear that MP the King might play for Burn X Flash during M4. So maybe if MP the King plays for them, they could go up a little bit higher in the power rankings, I would say. A little bit higher in the power rankings. But definitely has...
He put all the Asian countries on the top, except for us.
Bad. Definitely better than the non-MPL regions.
He still hasn't gone us.
Regions. Alright, so yeah, let's move on. Next one is RSGSG. We also had a chance to scrim against these
I'm gonna
guys,
be real,
and this is just how I felt. They were kind of similar. RSGSG is kind of similar to what Burn X Flash.
I don't think SG didn't like. I know a little bit about SG, and they didn't
yeah, that's how I based it off. And also
like I think a lot of our teams could take on SG teams. Like a decent handful of our teams
I would say
could take on their 8
based
MPL
off
teams.
my personal experience, there is, you know how there's like 3 RSGs, right? RSG SG, RSG MY, and RSG PH. Right? For me, the strongest one out of all those RSG is RSG PH. The second one is RSG MY, and then the third is RSG.
I agree.
Is the last, which is quite weird because RSG SG is like their main headquarters or their main team, I would say.
Yeah, but come on,
yeah,
bro.
that's where they started. So this is where I think they sit.
It's Philippines, and then Myanmar is always like.
Because they had
Malaysia's
some
always like
scrims against us like a really long time ago where they gave us some trouble. But recently, I don't really see them as a problem in the
Everybody's really flexing with
So
Falcon.
hopefully they can improve using these next 2 months and just prove me wrong. Alright, so for next one, we have Team Hack. Alright, Team Hack. Also, they have Min and Man, the twins, right? So they're pretty good. I didn't expect them to win MPL Malaysia, to be honest with you, because we had a chance to scrim against these guys as well, and based off their performance, it wasn't anything.
So this is
special.
another
It was
team.
just okay.
This is another team.
All right, like, you know what I mean? It's not a team where.
This is another team that I think he might be overrating here. That I think like possibly some of the lower teams could be like. I think there's a really thin line between a lot of these teams. Like, and I think this team could possibly be lower. I'm not gonna lie. It's
gonna be a top contender.
But again,
for M4, I would say.
just a hot take. I think this is kind of similar to Burn
belong.
Flash, where I feel like if they end up in the lower bracket against like RQ Akira, S11, maybe one of the other teams, I think it's a possible that they get knocked out in the first round.
And their MPLI
in the actual
performance
bracket
will be the cause of this as well, right? Even though they're the champions for MPLMY. Because Todak is higher, obviously, since I mentioned these guys first. Todak is going to be higher than them. For the next one, we have the Valley, right? So what is the reason for me?
Here we go. what he's about to say is, what is the reason that I have them so high? When in my opinion, it's, what is the reason you have them so low?
Me putting the Valley here in, I think, top 7 or 6. We're at 7 or 6. The reason why is because of their M3 performance.
It's true.
Right? Zane, Shark, and Chicken. They already have world experience.
Yep.
M3, right?
This
They
is
got
things
top
I've
3.
said.
That's pretty darn good for a non-MPL. For a non-MPL region. Basic has already has performance in the MPL PH. He qualified for MPL PH just by playing the qualifiers here and staying here for 1 month. You know how hard it is to qualify for MPL PH? There are some players that tried 3 qualifiers and failed, where Basic only tried it once the first time and made it, right? So he has experience as well on the stage. As for Hoon, he might not have experience in MPL, but he has experience in the world stage for another game.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention that game, but hopefully you guys know. Immortals Hoon, right?
It's true.
So he's backing out. This
is what I've been trying to tell people. This is what I've been trying to tell people. Like,
that turned into the other game and got into Worlds for Immortals. All right. So that's.
Here's the thing that doesn't make sense though, right? Here's the hot take on Paulo's hot take. He's putting them at number 7. He's giving them all these props. Like, essentially, he's like, my question is he putting them above BTK right now? Because if he is putting them above BTK, why isn't he putting them in the top 4? Is every other team really that much better than last year? It's either that, or it's because he thinks that 3rd place last year was kind of a fluke for us, or he's just having trouble stomaching that NA can actually be that good, right? So that's my only thing. It's like, because like he's like, everything he's saying is like, man, like even like a lot of people consider Basic like the weak link here, and he's giving Basic high praise, right? Like, so like a lot of people in NA consider Basic the weak link on the team. A lot of people, like, you see it in chats. I don't personally agree with that. I think Basic is a great player. I think he's not the most flashy marksman, you know. But still, like, the guy, as we can hear them say, he does very, very well. So I'm just wondering, like, what is he going to say about all the rest of these teams to actually, like, I don't know. I think top 8 is a minimum for the Valley. Like, that's just my opinion. I think top 8 is the worst they do. Like, the worst they do. If they get to the upper bracket, I think, which I have a feeling that they're going to be in the upper bracket, I think, like, it's an easy top 4 or 5. Top 4 or 5.
You know, he was supposed to be there in M1, but we had some problems. All right, we had some problems, so that's why he couldn't come. So now he could probably, I believe he could go now. So I'm actually quite happy that Hoon can finally show his potential and his gameplay in the world stage for ML, because he's really good. This guy, like when I used to play with him, when I used to go against him as well, when I was in NA server.
Here we go.
He's like the prodigy of NA, pretty much, in terms of mechanics. These two right here, the 2 prodigies of NA, or I don't even know how old they are, but they were like the top players in NA at the time. Okay.
So why only top 7?
Moving on to the next one. They are dark horse for the tournament, I would say. You don't know how.
Are they a dark horse though? So like, here's the next thing, right? Like, I kind of hope that all the teams see them as a dark horse, but I don't think they're coming into this event as a dark horse this time. I think like, to me, dark horse is like a team we don't have much information on. We don't really know them. They're super underdogs, like a team that like we're kind of like, yeah, maybe they do good, but like, and I think, like, I'm wondering, I kind of hope that all the teams see the Valley as that, because it means they're gonna have the people, like, they're going to make people think those things. Like, you know, they're going to have everyone, if everyone's questioning whether they're good or not, it means they automatically have an advantage, right? Because we all know they're good.
How far they'll go. Hopefully they can adjust when they boot camp in Southeast Asia. For the next one, we have Falcon Esports, Myanmar, right? I still think Myanmar is a very solid region when it comes to ML.
Yeah, I think Myanmar does good.
Plus, including Coach Dale, right? Extra firepower when it comes to drafting. These guys have always been good. When they showed us during MSC that they have what it takes, all right, to be a
So Butistic, I think you got to think about it like this, right? Like Chicken is a beast in the EXP lane. That's why he switched role. Like, yeah, he's good in gold lane, but like his EXP lane is much better. Like Chicken is godly in the EXP lane. That's why. Like if I had to pick a role that I wanted Chicken in, I would put him in the EXP lane and find a gold laner. You know? Of course, like Chicken can gold lane. Like, don't get me wrong. Like Chicken. I would feel comfortable. You give Chicken enough time, he could play just about any role. But like, you think Chicken's better than Oheb? I don't know. That's tough, man. In the gold, Chicken's better than Oheb in the gold lane. Wait, is Oheb an EXP? I always get Oheb and Edward mixed up. Oheb is EXP, right? Or Oheb is gold. I always get Oheb and Edward mixed up on which lane they each play. Oh yeah, Oheb is gold. I don't know. I don't know if Chicken's better than Oheb in the gold. Especially like by this time, like you have to think about it like this too. Like Oheb's been playing. I think Chicken could be better than Edward in EXP. Like I think Chicken is better than Cardi in EXP. Yeah, like I just don't think Chicken's depth in hero pool just doesn't go deep enough, man. I've watched a lot. Like I don't know. In M3, Chicken carried BTK. I think everybody played their part in M3. I think everybody, like in the BTK, in the first game that they played Blacklist, like Shark was the one who made the Lolita call, which brought them that victory. Whenever Zane got YSS, things like, I mean, like there was just like several moments everyone kind of played the part. When Cardi brought out the Chow offlane tank, like that was super big. Even I was talking to Leo about that, and even he was like, "Bro, Victor did that," and after that, other pro teams started playing tank offlane Chow and stuff. Like Victor brought that in, and like people started mimicking it. When Shark brought in the Lolita, now teams overseas are playing Lolita all the time. Just a lot of different things. I just wish Chicken sticks with gold lane and basic do mage, but even though he do mage, he still sucks. I mean, bro, listen. I don't understand where all the hate though is. Like where's all the slack on basic, man? Like even in their semifinals in NACT before the finals, he got more MVPs than everyone on the team. He's the one, like he carried those games. He's the one who he got 3 MVPs, even though they gave like really in the semifinals against Vendetta, he should have got the like that's something that kind of upsets me is like sometimes they just gives like Zane, of course he's godly, but sometimes like like during the NACT, I felt like the producers were really trying to like build up Zane because also they have this like documentary coming, and I'm not taking anything away from Zane here. Not taking anything away from Zane here at all. But I just like Basic got 3 MVPs. He got the most MVPs in that series. He should have got best. He should have got a player of the series in the Vendetta best of 5. His skill now compared to other gold lane here is amateur. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I don't think he's like he's definitely not a Kelra, bro. Like nobody's a Kelra. Like, and like I said, I don't think Basic is like a godly gold laner. I think he's a decent gold laner, and he's like he doesn't need to be he doesn't need, in my opinion, Gina over Basic. Oh, Gina's a good gold laner though. Gina's a good gold laner. Like Basic doesn't need to be a godly gold laner, you know? Like he just doesn't need to be. As long as he can stalemate in his lane, as long as he can not die, And as long as if he's getting, like, all he has to do is just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the rest of the team can make plays happen as well. And as long as he can keep up, he doesn't need to be the best on his team. Like, when you put him in the team that he's in, of course he's going to look like the lower link. And, like, that's the thing. I just don't, like, I don't know. I think a lot of people are, like, sleeping on. We'll see. We'll see in M4, man. We'll see if he's going to be the one that brings them all down, right? I don't think it's going to happen. I feel very confident about the Valley in M4. I feel very confident. I think top 8 at the worst, top 4 is a good chance. I think they get like a 60, 70. I think they got like a 70% chance to get to top 4.
So that's why I believe they fall down here. I think this is top 5 or 4. I forgot. So yeah, they truly deserve it. These guys, really good. So next one we have Todak, right? I still think Malaysia is a stronger region than Myanmar, especially these guys. The way these guys draft is quite unorthodox, and if you let their gameplay get to you, they will destroy you because their gameplay is weird. Their drafting is weird, and their gameplay is weird. All right, that's what's so hard about going against Todak. Like, how are you gonna scout them? You don't know where this hero's gonna go. They flex so much heroes, and they do some really weird stuff. They're kind of like an Aura Fire of Malaysia.
Yeah.
If I could.
I almost wish Aura Fire won an ID. After watching MPLI this, like, I didn't watch it all, but watching a lot of the playoffs and seeing Aura Fire, like, I wanted them to win, man.
Aura Fire of Malaysia, no way.
Just because they're so different, and they pulled off so many things, and they got to third place.
Even though they only got runner-up in MPL Malaysia, only because they did a lot better in MPLI. They showed up in MPLI. Alright? So, yeah. Let's move on. Next one, top 3, I believe, is RRQ Hoshi. So, recently I saw a tournament on Presidente Piala. I forgot. President Piala. I forgot what it's called, but something like that. It's like a qualifier for IASF in Indo.
It's like Y's mediocre version.
They lost to...
I don't know, man. For some reason, I just like Aura Fire. It's kind of like...
I believe it was Bigatron MD.
It's kind of like how Mirko just really likes Bigatron. Like, even though they're not, like, the best team, like, Mirko's just a big Bigatron fan. Like, I just kind of like Aura Fire.
It was an MDL team.
They're interesting.
I don't know. I forgot what it was.
They remind me of, like, Deuce Knights. So we had a team, Deuce Knights in NA, that, like, always made it to, like, top 6, right, in big tournaments. But they were so weird. Like, their drafts, you just never knew. Like, they'd bring in a Mia Gold Lane. They had, in Season 2 of the NASL, they had teams banning Mia Gold Lane against them. Like, just random weird shit that they would make work. And, like, it was just, it was interesting. And I like that spice. Even though that spice doesn't win you, normally doesn't get you first place, it's still, like, you bring in a different vibe, and you're able to do good with it, which is amazing.
Me think, like, are these guys ready for M4? I mean, it's 2 months from now, but I still believe they could push through it. They have Coach Arcadia as their head coach now. They still have R7, arguably one of the best XP laners in the world. Albert, arguably one of the best junglers in the world, right? Skylar, one of the best gold laners in the world. They're a powerhouse still.
I don't know, man.
Even though they didn't show up in that IESF qualifier, whatever that may be. Okay.
Yeah, but they don't show up
where
a lot,
they stand.
bro.
I think it was top.
They're always like
top 4.
Almost. RQ is always
for the next
like
one we have
almost.
Echo. Okay. Yes, they didn't do too well during MPLI, but I still think they are gonna be a top contender.
Can't sleep on Echo, bro.
Okay, I still think that way because
Echo looks really good.
People are thinking that Evos is like a top 7, top 8 team in Indo. That was not the same roster that got top 7 or top 8. That roster, I believe, for the Evos Legends that played for MPLI is very
So damn
strong,
RQ,
guys.
they're done. What do you mean they're done? Like, you just mean like how they're going?
Really strong. They're no joke. Okay, they are no joke. We've also had a chance to scrim against them, and yeah, they're very close games against Evos Legends. All right. Yeah, I think they would do better with Dilar on the roster rather than Saykots, in my opinion, right? In my opinion. But it's up to Coach Zace what he would do. Zaycuts is not too bad as well.
Wait.
It's all down to chemistry.
Is Zace Echo? What is he talking about? He's talking about Evos right now? Because Zace is Evos coach, not Echo coach, right?
And synergy at at the end of the day, and they know what happens behind the scenes. So I can't really decide for them. I could only share my opinion with you guys. But yeah, I think Echo goes to top 3. Okay, for me. Okay, moving on. We have Blacklist. All right, it might be surprising for you guys. Their MPLI performance was quite underwhelming for me. Like they've said, Venus said, Y said on streams, and Coach Bond said on stream. People kept saying that they're really not trying because it's MPLI. That's not the case. I think they lost fair and square against Geek Fam. It was a surprise for all of us, and I guess they haven't adjusted just yet in the meta, right? Or during that time when MPLI happened, right? They're still really good. They're still a powerhouse. Nothing's gonna change that.
Who do you put in first? He's putting Onyx first.
Grand finals. They still have a chance at getting the back-to-back world title. I think, in my opinion, right?
Listen, all right, Blacklist. Let's be real. Let's be real for a second. Let's be very, very honest, right? I'm not going to take anything away from Geek Fam. I think they did an amazing job in MPLI, even in the finals. Like they really showed up. And I think they could beat, they did beat Blacklist, right? They did beat Blacklist. But let's be completely honest. Those games were extremely underwhelming. They were just like, what am I watching? Like, what is this? Like, this isn't Blacklist. Like, I just don't feel like, I don't know, man. It didn't feel like Blacklist was giving it their all. Like, I hate to say that. But that's just watching it. It didn't feel like that. Like, it just didn't feel like that. Whether it's true or not, I'm just saying from my opinion, like, watching that series was just like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, who is this? What is going on here? It just felt extremely lackluster. I didn't feel like I was watching a Blacklist game at all. It just felt weird.
I'm just basing it solely.
Does that mean Geek Fam didn't earn it? No, I'm not saying that, but like still, it just felt weird.
They're still very strong, so I'm looking forward to what they have to show us in M4.
Bro, right? It wasn't just OHEB. It was their draft.
Picks,
they drafted like the same exact thing twice in a row, bro. It had nothing to. It wasn't just OHEB. It was the whole team. They literally drafted almost the same exact draft both games in a row.
Side like Valentina jungle, I don't even know if that's gonna be a thing anymore. Gwen jungle, and other things, right? Other things. Okay, moving on. We have Onyx, right? Onyx Indo. We scrim against these guys quite a lot as well, right? And they are a very tough team. And let me just give you guys an idea on how strong this team is. Okay, so Blacklist, you guys know, has their own identity. Right, the sustain identity where they, healers, utility type, that's Blacklist identity. For Onyx, they could do both. They could go utility, they could go assassin, they could do whatever the hell, because we scrim against these guys. They're good at both playstyles, and it's quite insane. I don't know how they do it. Right, they're the only team that could execute both playstyles really well. And a big factor is, for me, Kyrie. Kyrie is, I would say, is carrying so hard. He's the best jungler in the world right now. No arguments. I don't even want to argue with anybody. Kyrie is the best jungler in the world right now, for me. All right.
Kyrie's a beast.
And like I said, since they can execute both playstyles, I believe they deserve the top 1 in my power rankings. It's gonna be a close one against Blacklist and Onyx. Hopefully Echo could
frustrate Kyrie
as well.
So that's kind of similar to like the Valley, right? Or BTK, right? Like you want to break them down, you frustrate Zane. and everything else crumbles around. And I don't know if that's something in the comms, like he just like maybe it's the same for Kyra. Like I don't know if it's the rest of the team, like they start feeling like they're failing him, or maybe he's like, yo, I can't get the, like, you know, whatever. But it's similar. You frustrate Zane, and a lot of times those are the games that they lose when Zane starts continuing to fall.
And give a good fight against these guys and the other teams as well. Give these guys a good fight. Their MPLI roster was not their main roster. Imagine, that was not their main roster. Keyboy wasn't there, and what's his name wasn't there. I forgot the other one. Drian? Was it Drian? No, Drian played. I forgot. Keyboy and Sans. There you go. Keyboy and Sans were not there. That's their main lineup. Keyboy and Sans. That's their main roster. They played Samot and Dream.
Yeah, Samot. Right?
They played really well as well. Those two reserves, or I don't even know if they're going to be reserves during M4, with what they showed during MPLI, they have a really good shot at getting the World Championship, I believe. Like I said, this is an unbiased opinion on the power rankings. Hopefully nobody gets mad. Alright, hopefully nobody gets mad. And yeah, so yeah, that's my power rankings right there. Hopefully you guys agree with me. If you guys don't agree with me, comment down below in the comment section. That's fine. Share to me your own power rankings. Okay. And I'll respect your power rankings as well if you respect mine. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And yeah, that'll be it. Peace.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna my next video I want to do a video here soon on I want to do a video here soon on like I want to rank it. I want to like rank NA players. Like over the past year, like from this year, like players that performed the best in all the tournaments and events and things like that, and kind of make like power rankings of NA players. Can't exactly do teams right now because there aren't that many teams that are together, right? But I want to do like a player list. Private called me. Hello.
Hello.
I'm streaming right now.
So I've got. Oh, are you?
Yeah. I was watching.
Well, then why would you say that you're fucking?
Because I'm not doing it. I'm just hanging out. We're just vibing.
Well, I can't show you this
video.
stuff while you're.
I'm not. Why can't you show me it? I'm not gonna stream it.
If you're on stream.
Oh, we can't exactly talk about it.
No, bro, it's a secret.
I can just ask me your questions and I'll just answer them.
Oh, I need to show it to you first.
All right. Say hi to everybody.
Hey, everybody.
I just watched Paulo's power ranking videos. His power ranking for M4.
The teams.
Yeah. He put the Valley as number 7.
I need Zays to come back so I can see his fucking hero ranking. I depended on that. Yeah, dude, I depended on that shit.
Yo, that Zays tier list comes in clutch. Not gonna lie.
It really does. Fucking the ones that I see on fucking Reddit are people when I see the pics, I'm like, okay, you're not past legend. Yeah. So, but you're just telling me about how mythic picks are. Okay, so let me show you. Can I show this to you? Yeah.
I haven't. Let me see.
Wait, what? Can you even see that? What is that?
All white, and there we go. Now I can see it.
Okay, you can see it?
Yep.
Okay, so I was hoping that there is a way that every single time I transition to this, it will start with nothing there and then appear. But I'm assuming that
you would have to.
You know what I mean?
I don't think you can auto it. You have to like click it in.
So I'd have to start there with nothing.
Yes.
And then when I get to that scene, press it.
Yeah.
And that's like too much work for our guys.
Unless you make both of those one source to where it's like a video where the first thing shows up and then you have the other layer fade, like opacity fades in, which is possible to do.
Yeah, there's
like,
too much going on. This, but I don't think you could. There's too much going on here that would have to fade in. Like a video file, because like this stuff, this rotating stuff, this stuff up here, down here, this would still be showing. Like I know what you're saying. Like if like because this is all one thing right here, right?
Yeah.
However,
it's
this stuff.
Scene.
Yeah. So, but if I faded everything, that would mean this would have to be part of the video too. These rotating things, and I'm trying to make these very loose so that we can edit them on the fly. Like one thing I tried to do with the casters, all of these names and stuff are text files that are editable outside the source. Like, watch, you're not going to see it, but I'm going to go and edit the first person. Private dancer, we're gonna say that's gonna be Wheezy, right?
I got you. So it's a file that's coded in.
I really wish there was a way for us to do this online, like a file that it reads from online, so we could edit it on the fly on the outside. Let me see. Let me save this, and that should.
That's cool.
Yeah, it changes. Yeah, so it changes the little effects that are on there too.
But
so.
honestly, bro, like. That's pretty, like, and for any kind of production, like bringing in an overlay or anything like that isn't pretty normal. Like, all right, click this button, it brings in this overlay and stuff like that. Like, it brings in this source. Like, to make it all just one thing, that's like
yeah, my thing is I don't want to make it so. Yeah, I just didn't want to make it so like if it can't.
That is,
what do you mean?
You make one scene with just the flame, and then one scene with the flames and that. And when you switch, the flames won't change. Like, they'll stay there, and the other thing will just fade onto screen.
I don't know. This is okay.
You know what I'm saying? But either way,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
But you're still having to click 2 buttons, so it's not.
And I don't really. I just don't. I want to make it easier for the people who are messing with this. Okay.
I have a stream
that's
deck,
all then.
So I just beep, doop, doop. I'm pretty sure G has a stream deck as well.
I do too as well. I code my own stream deck, so I have my own.
Code it all in, and
yeah, I just didn't want to make it. This is pretty easy for you guys. It would just be making it visible. The only thing, man, I like this thing is the only thing. Like this thing, we can make a movie. This one, because this is all one thing. But cool. the only problem is Xena and Savannah are like you have to, so you'd have to have like 1,000 different movies on there.
That's one of the reasons why I didn't do a animated match overlay, because I didn't want to have to change the sides. And then you also, like, for a best of 3, you have to switch the sides, and you can't just like flip the image, because then all the lettering's backwards. So you have to you have to go into Photoshop, switch everything, make doubles of everything with them on opposite sides. It's a lot, bro.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay, then we don't have to get too flashy with it.
I was thinking, what if we put people's? I guess it does that. That's too much. I do like that overlay.
Put what?
What if we put their pictures on the things, kind of like logos, but like their pictures on the match overlay?
Like, are you talking about like right here or something?
Like silly pictures.
Yeah, I mean we could. I just don't know if it would fit or look too tacky, depending on what the type of. The only problem is the quality of the pictures that we're gonna get. I'm sure they're all not gonna be great, and some of them might not be perfect. I don't know. Like I'm still deciding. Like I don't know what we're gonna do with a lot of stuff, dude. I haven't heard anything from Wheezy or G or on any of these things as well. I'm wondering if there's been any progress. Luckily, with Tank dropping out, that leaves us to an even 12.
Okay.
Right?
You're saying too much now, but yes, you're right. I was thinking one more idea. So I don't if you've ever watched like Twitch Rivals or whatever it's called and stuff like that. Like, for example, for like the chess turn, like Pog Champs and stuff like that. Like, because I know you wanted to have like voice comms, right? What if we just did player cams? Like, so like you could just see them, and that would be cool. Like you could get reactions, and they could have fun, and like you can't hear them, but you could still see them on cam and put them.
Yeah,
in, like,
we could do that. That's no problem.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I can even take up some of this place because they're not going to have all these characters. It's going to be one person and one person on each side. So it depends on how big we want that to be. I could definitely fit that in here somewhere.
Similar to like what MPL does and stuff like that. You know, just like in each corner, each bottom corner. I mean, it's not like there's going to be a whole lot to watch on the map, you know? So you can kind of take up extra space if you need it.
I'm trying to think of an easy way to put that on here so that it's manageable. Because, well, I mean...
I think, so like...
You know what I mean? The only
thing,
problem
right?
is...
the thing. We would need... Like, I've already kind of thought of the logistics of it, and it would be a lot more... Essentially, you'd be, like, instead of having a scene with, like, multiple match overlays on that one scene, you would have multiple... You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of having, like, one match scene with all of the different matches of the night's overlays, you would have multiple scenes for each match. And we would already have all of their cams ready to go, already, like, plugged in for each scene. So, like, and they would just leave their cams on throughout the night. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'd have...
Well, that just... the only... It just depends on if people are all trying to be there for that.
Well, I mean, whoever's playing...
Like, are they all...
Like, I feel like it's 3 hours, so, I mean, they're not going to stream, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if they do, then they can just capture their source off of what's it called. But that's also why we can have mods and everything. But yeah, I'm just saying that's a possible way to logistically do it, right? If we can get everyone to agree. It's possible.
Yeah, so then what would that entail? Would I have to make one of these for every single person, or would we be able to just edit the names?
You would make a... So no matter what... So, like, question. So these names right here aren't editable right now, right? Like, you're going to have an overlay for every match, correct?
Well, the thing is, they are editable. They're just text files. These are all... This is just... I downloaded the font. I'll have to give you guys the font as well. It's called
editable
Ringbearer.
in Photoshop, or is it editable and...
Editable in here. Hold on. Like, you can go to left player and right player. I have them labeled.
Okay.
So here, you can just edit the name.
So either way, like... Luckily, it's going to all be, like, best of one, so you never really have to worry about, like, switching it, right? So that's simple. But either way, it may be easier on production to just have each overlay ready for the night instead of, like, because that would, like, for example, if like, let's say I'm doing production and I have to cast, like, if whoever's doing production, if that's what they're going to be doing, they probably won't be able to cast, because that's, like, a lot extra, like, typing, like, retyping stuff and stuff.
So you're saying over here we're gonna have
like
match one, match two, match three,
and have it ready to go. Might be the easiest. Okay. It's a bit more work beforehand, but it does make production easier. Because then you're just click, 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 and everything's ready to go.
Yeah, that makes sense. My only thing is, how do we get the cameras then? So then pre-game, we have everybody get into Ninja, and then we load up their cameras already. So then they're going to be there the whole night on camera then.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that. Okay.
Yeah, until they're up, and then once they're up, then we'll just dink, and there they are. And, like, they can leave their camera and walk away. Like, they don't have to be on camera. They just make sure at 20 minutes before they jump in and leave their camera on. And then they can watch.
Okay, that actually works.
I mean, it's definitely possible. It's just if everyone's down. It's an idea. I think it sounds cool, and it could be a cool added effect, but we have to get everybody.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem then. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Do we need other screens? I'm waiting for Wheezy to get back with me about like a verse screen. You know what I mean? Like a.
What all do we have right now? So we have
main screen, which is that's
countdown.
Match. Yeah, this is gonna be, and then this square right here is gonna be for videos or whatever we're gonna put. It's not gonna be this bring the hate thingy. Yeah. This is just a filler for it. And then we have the match, and then we have the caster desk, which I haven't. I was gonna put the logos on it somewhere, or the sponsor logos and stuff somewhere on it.
Yeah.
And then probably the middle. I don't know, maybe more information. That's gonna probably be reserved for like it's going to be 3 rounds over 3 days. The prize pool, which will just kind of be a rotating text or not rotating, but like fading text in here somewhere. And then, yeah, I wanted to do verse screens though before each of the matches. I'm just waiting because we were supposed to get with the influencers already so that I could have mock-ups.
Okay.
But I don't know what's going on with that right now, so I'll have to look.
Let's
But yeah,
tomorrow's Sunday, right? So
yep.
we need to let's just make a list. That's gonna kind of be where we like talk to G, like, hey, did you do any of this?
Did you look up the donation thingy, the widget?
The widget? Oh, I can do that. I mean, I already know
That's
how to
it.
do it.
Hey, the dragon has not been.
I can do that. Like, it's one of those things that takes me a few seconds. Like, I could do it right now. Streamlabs.
So you can do something like this, because like this is just reading from a normal file, a normal text file.
Yeah.
But you can do one that will do like this, but like normal, but like actual.
Mm-hmm. Here.
And then we would all need to have access, or would your... We would only need one browser source file for it. So that, yeah, it doesn't matter. Wait, damn it.
No, you only need the
Now
one
that I'm
link.
thinking about it.
You only need one link, one source file.
No, but...
And it's all to NASL, so it's going to be hooked up to donations to NASL.
Where is this? Is it going to be pulling this info from?
From the NASL, from the live stream, like from YouTube.
No, that what?
What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
Like
I
when
guess
a donation comes
I just
in, it is directly linked to my account. Like Streamlabs, all of their widgets. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
Like Twitch.
Okay.
It's just like Twitch. Streamlabs is like, it does the same. It's like directly integrated in. So like when something comes up, the widget just pops on screen, or you have a scroll, or whatever type of widget you want to have. It's like that.
Okay. All right, then no problem. So then, yeah, I'll spruce up this one a bit, and then I'll get the transition stinger
Which we are
effect
gonna
put
do,
on
like,
there.
Charities like Streamlabs, and this is something we need to look at. So like Streamlabs also has like charity things to set up. So like we need to pick a base charity that the donations are gonna go to, outside of like what the winner is gonna donate to. You know what I'm saying? Because like
So
everything
Go ahead.
donated doesn't show up for like a month. So like we could, I mean, of course we can wait and then donate it then, or we can just make the, because I would like to have the stream itself be a charity stream, so that it so when people know, like right when they come on, they're like, oh, it says it on the description. Like YouTube has that integrated as well. It shows like, oh, this is a charity stream. Everything you donate goes to a charity. So like we need to decide on something in that sense as well.
Isn't there like a normal? Well, yeah. Okay. All right then. Maybe we can ask G to do that as well. Well, the answer depends on his answer tomorrow.
Charity.
Isn't there like a gamer one that they use all the time for? I forgot the fuck it's called. Second Life, or I don't know. I'd have to look it up. We'd have to pick something. That's something we can discuss tomorrow that we need to have ready by next week.
Okay.
Okay then.
How are you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. I'm just kind of stressing over this stuff. I don't know. I just want everything to go off, and I don't know if we've tagged the influencers to see if everybody's still good as we get closer to it. And then next week is supposed to be when we approach Moonton.
I'll send who do we got? I need everybody's Discord. We got 12 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, and what we could do is we could host beforehand. We could host like a voting thing. Your favorite streamers or whoever, the person with the most votes gets the bye to the next rounds.
Okay.
Since we're gonna have uneven rounds, right?
Yes.
How many would we need to?
4.
Would have to get a bye? 2?
4.
4
get a bye.
would have to get a bye.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
But 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because it's so 2.
Oh, that doesn't make
2,
sense.
What do you mean? So 2 is an even bracket. 4 is an even bracket. 8's an even bracket because you have 4 and 4, and they meet, right? But then you throw in this third 4 that does not meet because those two on the left, like the two groups of 4, will meet, but then that other one, it doesn't meet. So you either need to take 4 of those and put them into the second round, or you can put them on the opposite side, but either way, they play one less round. So it's like you could make it look cleaner by doing like a double-sided bracket, like having 8 teams on one side and 4 on the other, or 8 players.
You're gonna have to show me these options because like I'm trying to imagine what you're saying, and I'm just like,
I took a picture of them and put it in our like I drew them real fast in the head staff. It is maybe it's not in the head staff. I could have swore I took a picture of them somewhere. Maybe it's not in the head staff. Maybe it's in the where is maybe I didn't. I could have swore I posted a picture of them. Maybe I never sent it. Well, here, I have it on my phone still. So this would be everyone getting a bye. This
where
would be
are
like
you saying this?
It's in R. I just sent it to you personally. So like this is like a 12-person bracket with 4 people in the second round, or I could draw something out real fast.
That doesn't. I don't understand.
What do you mean?
Where are these branches that aren't going anywhere going?
What branches aren't going anywhere? That's a player. Those things in the second round.
I'm so stupid. I'm looking at it upside down. I was not.
They're growing down. No, everything comes to the singular meat at the top, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Those are matches of 2
Yeah.
people. So like each line is a person. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
So the first round would only be 4.
No, it'd be
4
matches.
games.
That's what. Yeah, only 4 games. I bet 12 people is only 11 matches. That's why I was saying we might have to do a double limb.
Okay.
I made a bracket on challenge. I'll send you the link. Challenge. Christopher Vega, what's up? Welcome to the show. Sorry, we're just kind of talking about some stuff coming up right now. We were watching What's It Called earlier, but now we're just vibing. Where did I put it? Oh, I'm not logged in. That's the problem. I hate this new 2-factor authentication thing where you have to like download the app on your phone. Whatever happened to just being able to log in? 394 747. That's not right. I don't have time for this. QR code. Mm, 471 504. Right. Now challenge is being weird.
We just do it up
All right.
in challenge,
Now
and
I'm
then
good.
we're gonna need a breakdown of how long the day, or if we can make it stretched out to 3 days, and how long it would be.
Did you see the thing I sent you? Or I posted a bland run of show that showed the times of everything in the NASL chat.
Which is kind of
That's
crazy
double
to me because that's
elimination.
That's double elimination?
Yes.
Where the fuck? NASL head staff?
One
Where the fuck
day
is the
for
normal
3
staff
days,
one?
and actually one of the days will only be 1 day's 8 games, 2 days is 7 games.
8 games. 10 minutes to fill? No, that's only 5 minutes to fill. Are we actually going to do a draft? Because this is already seeming pretty long.
What do you mean 3 hours a night? I mean, I feel like I gave every game 15. Of course, like it could end early, but you never know.
I'm just worrying that this is not long enough. The time that like this is to cover everything.
Like that's why I post I posted that. What else are we?
We're gonna have the before, well, especially on the first day, we're gonna have their videos going. The videos shouldn't be over a minute long though.
Yeah.
It's just the transition from us to the video, back to us to the next video to the match. You know what I mean?
Guys, bye.